And it's as simple as that. 1-0 here in this semi-final, and we are final bound.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Pacific Pursuit, and welcome back to South Korea, where in today's episode we have finals day here in the Asian Cup. We've been drawn up against China, as you can see there, and on the other side of the bracket is Qatar and Australia. So once again we've managed to avoid those two teams. We're in a very good position to go and make the final against this China team, who have had a decent tournament for themselves. If we go and take a look, they got through just about in these games here against in their group phase. They had quite the tough group, to be honest, but then they pulled it back in the knockouts and have done quite well. The 3-2 win there, a win against Japan in the quarter-final was enough to see them through to this semi-final. And then for us personally, what's been going on, if we go to the South Korea page here, go to our schedule, we have had a pretty much perfect record, 5 wins out of 5. We got the win against Qatar, who we could potentially play in today's episode. We scored how many goals? 12 goals in our group and 2 goals conceded. A 5-0 win against Singapore and then a 3-1 win against Uzbekistan, which is what finds us in this position to come up against China. The Asian Cup could be ticked off in today's episode. Let's get straight into it. The first game of the day against China. So the team for this game against China starts with Song in goal. We've got a backline of An Jong, Seo and Lim. Han Bun Lee, Jae-Bon Lee and Jong make up the midfield. We've got Kang In Lee on the left, Yang on the right and Hyungwoo Oh up top. Kick off here in this game against China. Quite the quiet start really, but we're going to have a look what we can do here. I think we've got a very, very good draw, but sometimes this happens in football. I think we've had our fair share of tough draws, if that's even a thing. A tough draw, I guess you could say that. There would always be a tough draw really. If you've got to have confidence in your own team, you've got to be the tough draw. And I think we've had our fair share of those on the channel, so now we need to go and use this chance that we've got to go and beat this China team, who they are one of the big teams. I would consider them, but I feel like we definitely can get a result. Whether or not they are one of the big teams is debatable in itself. So we have to go and see what we can do here in this game as Jae-Bon Lee finds Kang In Lee. He goes back to Ji-Hun Jung, and that will be the end of that. 66,000 in attendance in this game, where we are playing at if we go and take a look, we are playing in the Daegu Stadium. As you can see there, the champions of the K-League. Last time out as we go into this first half, and we've not really produced much by the looks of it. It's been quite the quiet start to the game. There's a chance here to do something. It's Kang In Lee with the ball in. It's with the header. What a save it is, and the rebound. What a save it is from the China goalkeeper to deny of scoring what would be his 7th goal of the tournament, I believe. 40 minutes gone in this game. It's Zhong on that far side. He's going to look to play a ball, and he goes to the near post. China player gets up first, but it falls to Zhong, who goes back to Zhong on that far side. It's Ji-Hun Jung back to Zhong. Into the middle is Yang, who's trying to get there. It falls over to Ji-Hun Lim, who squares it in the middle. Hyungwoo Oh, Kang In Lee has put it wide. He's put it wide in the end, but it's we've made some chances in this first half. It has been probably less than we would expect to, but we're probably just eased into the game. It is quite a big occasion, even if we think we can get the win. A semi-final is quite a big occasion for us. Here's Yang on the ball, advancing. Can he pull it back and square it well? They go into Kang In Lee in the middle, and it's as simple as that. 1-0 here in this semi-final, and we are final bound. What a celebration. And Kang In Lee has just hit the Didier Drogba. We're not in the AFCON, it's the Asian Cup, and we might just be on our way to a final here in this game as half time goes. 1-0 up. I look like he might have been offside, to be fair. I mean, I don't think managers can necessarily say if they think their players are offside, but I don't know. It maybe timed his run very, very well. There could be a bit of a mistake at the back here. It's headed as far as into the path of the China goalkeeper, and cleared only as far as another player for China there. As we see, they have a free kick here, the chance to do something to the back post. Headers need to be won. It's Han Bionli who gets it clear. Now Dong Kyun An has got space to run into down this left side, his favoured left side. Can he go and set someone off? He plays Zhong in behind. What can he do with the ball? The chance to go and make it 2-0 potentially. Zhong into Jaebon Lee, Kangin Lee, Jaebon Lee, Yang on the right side. What can he do? He's fouled in the middle, is he? He loses out on the ball, but he wins it back. And Yang for 2-0. It is 2-0. And we are on our way to a semi-final. Yang with the goal. It's another one for him. And we are marching on to this Asian Cup final here in this game. It's a great performance so far. We've started this second half really well, and at the end of that first half, so positive. We're going to offer some praise if we can go and do it. I don't know why it's not letting us, but we were going to do that. There's 30 minutes remains in this game. Very good display. I think we had a slow start, but now we've been in it. We have been absolutely dominant from start to finish. We'll go and look to get some minutes for some of these boys. I think we go and bring on into middle Gwangyong Park. Bit of a difference there. We can bring on Sung-Hoo Pai, but I think he's played a lot. We need to manage his minutes and give opportunities to potentially some other players. Kangin Lee off, I want to rest him for the next game. I think we bring on Ji Sung-Yeom onto that left side, his favoured left side. It's in the middle for 3-0. He loses out on a header, and now China might look to go and turn this over, but it's been a great display. No complaint from me. We just need to hold out, and we will be through to an Asian Cup final where we will play against. It's not decided yet. There's no goals in that game. It looks like both teams are having quite a slow time, really. I mean, Qatar, if they make the final, I think they'll be fortunate. You know, they got the loss against us. They beat India, but conceded quite a few goals. Beat Iraq quite convincingly, but so did we. Just about got through on penalties against Iran there, as you can see, and we're trailing for a lot of that game. And then against Syria, they got that win there. I don't know how they'll do against Australia. It might be Australia who get through. I think they've been arguably the better team out there too, as you can see there. Probably a bit of a better record, but they have played teams which are very beatable. But I think we have been the standout team, and this now needs to translate into that final. China have the chance to do something. There's a header here, and they do get a goal back. And maybe the final is not guaranteed here in this game, as it's 2-1 now, and that is 20 minutes left. There's still a lot of time. We need to be cautious here. Go and get another goal if we can. We lose on a header. I think it's been our weakness, but I don't think it's something that we can necessarily resolve as of at this point in the tournament. As we go and take a look here, it's China with another chance. The ball to the edge of the area is going to look to be played in. Where will China go in this game? Can they pull it back to 2-2? The shot goes in. It's a save. The rebound is cleared. Ji Hung Jong gets that clear. It's risky times, nervy times here in this game. A little bit of a switch off the first time. We've been put under real pressure, it feels like, as 80 minutes goes in this game. We're edging closer to that final as Ji Sung Yeom steps over a free kick. Short ball played to Yang across to Zhong. Zhong, what can he do? Can he have an effort to win us the game here? It's shoots, and scores to make it 3-1. But I think he is offside. He is offside. Could have been the goal that sealed the game for us, but wasn't in the end. There's 5 minutes remaining here. We'll go and look to make the final changes. We really should pay more attention to making these changes, because it's rare that you get to, it's rare you get players rested, so we do need to rest them when we get the chance to, as we go and make those final changes there. 4 minutes of added time in this game, and the full-time whistle is going to go shortly here in this game. Will it be a place in the final for us, or will China stage an insane comeback and send us to extra time, as Young Suk Lee on that right side, the substitute, plays in Yang here. Yang into Lee in the middle. It's Hanbon Lee into Ji Sung Yeom into Hyunggu Lee. Yang is in behind here. Can he have the shot to win us the game? He's offside, I think, in the end. I think there was a whistle I heard, but the full-time whistle is gonna go, and it is the Asian Cup final coming up next. So no changes for your team for the final against Australia. Will be a new champion. It starts with Song in goal, backline of An, Zhang, Xiao and Lim. Hanbon Lee, Jaebon Lee, Zhong in the middle, Kangin Lee, Yang on the right, and Hyunggu Oh up top. Come on, South Korea. Kick off here in this final. against Australia, the Asian Cup on the line. We're going to hopefully bring back this trophy to the team who, have not won it in how many years? It's like 70 years up to this point in real lifetime. Is it 1960? So that would be 64 years since they last won it, which for what feels like the best team in all of Asia, they've not been able to win it, but we might not be the best team in all of Asia as we go 1-0 down here in this game. Australia score from the edge of the area once again. We've not defended the corner well enough, and that is 1-0 here to Australia. In the early moments of the game, Clonaridis is playing. He is the Clonaridis from the Melbourne victory. So I basically signed him and developed him, and now he might just be the reason we lose this game here in this in this final here against Australia. We have a chance to do something though. It's Kangin Lee. It's a direct free kick that just goes over the bar. In the end, a few tired legs. I think the fatigue has hit us at this point in the tournament, but I think the two best teams are meeting here in this game, which is a good representation of the region. I think we've been exceptional. I think it's, we might have played like teams who we can beat, but I think the way we've beat them has been very, very convincing. If we'd have played, we played Qatar. That's the big one we can always go back to. When we played Qatar, we beat them 2-0, and we might have been on the back foot at the start of that game, but we really turned it around. And then against the other teams, we've got perfect records, 6 wins out of 6 up to this point. I think Australia have also been good, but they've had favourable fixtures, and they've not been, they've not scored as many goals as us. I think they might have conceded more. I don't know if they have or not. We've only conceded 3 goals or 4 goals all tournament or something like that, maybe 5 I think in those 6 games. So I think it's a good matchup, and hopefully we can get the result. 1-0 down here in this game as it stands though, as Seo finds himself on the ball wherever they go. He's trying to pick out his pass. He goes into Ji-Hun Lim, into Jae-Byeon Lee, wherever they go now, knocking it around, just taking our time in this approach play, in the build up. It's Seo into Zhong. Where can he go now? Zhong taking his time. It's back to Seo. He's had a lot of time on the ball, a lot of possession. Zhong, back to Zhong, and that's where it seems to always be going back to. But Hyung-Gu-Oh is in behind with a shot, and he does score. Hyung-Gu-Oh has tied up this the Asian Cup final against Australia, and we need to go and have a big second half here. We've done well to pull it back, and that is a good finish from O. I don't know how many goals he's up to now at this point. He's up to 7, is it? If we go and take a look, he says 8 there, but I don't know if that's actually how many it has been. If we go and take a look at the Asian Cup stats over here, is 6 for the tournament, so he's up to 7, and I think the golden boot should be wrapped up for him, which is great to see. I mean, considering he's been a bit of a false 9. He's had a slow start in some games, particularly at the start of the tournament. 7 goals is very, very impressive. Here's Min-Kyu So back to Ji-Hun Lim on this right side, back to So. It feels like he's been on the ball for absolutely ages. It goes to Jae-Byeon Lee. Where will we go now? Back to is it Kangin Lee? No, it's not Kangin Lee. It's Hanbon Lee. It's into Kangin Lee now, into Zhong, who's in behind for 2-1, and we lead this Asian Cup final here, and we are on our way to picking up the second trophy as part of the Pacific Pursuits. It's 2-1 here in this game. We've turned it around completely on its head. It's just Jae-Won Lee into Hanbon Lee, into Kangin Lee, and Zhong in behind for 2-1 here. In this game, maybe we don't need the second half because we might have just wrapped it up in the first. We will need the second half. We're going off for our praise. Very, very good performance in the end of that second half, and we were on our way for the second trophy as part of the Pacific Pursuit. Here's the Australia goalkeeper. We win that back while it's Yang who's coming to a bit of a midfield position, and Kangin Lee is in behind for 3-1 in this. Finally hits the inside of the post. How unlucky is that? Was he offside in the end? I think he might have been, or he might have just let that out. It might have gone straight out off the post. It's a very, very good run in behind, but you can't come up with the end product there as 60 minutes goes in this game. The final of the Asian Cup, 7 games, and we might just be on for a perfect record of 7 wins. And ultimately that trophy will go and look to make some changes in the middle. Hanbon Lee off. I think we'll go and bring on Sung-Hoo Paik, which was the plan anyway. We'll bring on Gwang Young Park on that right side. I think we were always going to play him on that right side, but he was in at centre back for a bit of last game. With Young Suk Lee at right back in that game there. Then we have to go and secure the midfield. Taiki Kim into the middle there, and we'll go and stick with those changes for now. It's defensive changes that we've made. If we need to maybe make the single attacking change, maybe the left back and we'll go and do that. But 10 minutes is remaining in this Asian Cup final. We'll go and do it, hopefully changing the whole kind of defensive shape doesn't affect us. We'll go and put Kim in at left back there, and then into the middle I think we go and bring on, I don't know who we bring on, is it UJ Young we bring in potentially, and then make a bit of a shift around. Maybe we leave let's go and have a look here. Hang on, we'll go and bring where were we looking, and back on there, and then into the midfield there. Who we bring off, don't know. I think we've made a bit of a mistake here with these changes. Yang we'll always take off Young into the middle there. Hyunju Lee, and there's a chance here in behind us for South Korea. It looked like it might have been in the red strip today. I think we'll go and we'll stick with these for now. If we can see out the game with An at left back, we put Taiki Kim in the midfield, and we don't really have a recognised, unless we go with the DM. We do already have the DMs actually. We can go with the midfielder. So what we'll do is we'll go and move that across there, move that up there, and then we'll go. I don't know why, but it doesn't make sense. You can have players who can kind of play in they can't play in the defensive midfield role, but they can play in centre mid. And that's what we've done. Now that's resolved. Kim in at left back. We've got Yang into the midfield. All defensive change. We can't bring on players like Sung Jo Kim, Ji Sung Yom here in this game. We've got to think of trying to secure the win here in this game and make those defensive changes. But should it go to extra time, we will have the extra change, and you would think it would be an attacking one if that is the case, as Yang finds himself on the ball trying to advance down this right side. Wherever they go into the midfield, potentially might go all the way himself. The chance to win the Asian Cup. Yang all the way. Can he have the shot? Yang with an effort. It's a good save from the Australia goalkeeper into the final moments here of this Asian Cup final. Surely we have done it here in this game against Australia, and the Asian Cup will be in our hands shortly if we can go and wrap it up. But we'll have to see as Kangin Lee plays a ball into the middle. It's cleared to the edge of the area to an Australia player who's going to look to get it clear. The ball's advancing down this right side, and it's in to show at the left back, and he's going to look to try and do something now, and he wins it back. But the final few moments of this game, 6 minutes of added time for the 60,000 in attendance here in South Korea. The full-time whistle goes. We have done it. The Asian Cup is ours, the second trophy as part of the Pacific Pursuit. 6 months in the South Korea drop. It's the perfect record. 7 out of 7 wins, and the Asian Cup is ours. The hands on the trophy. We have done it. We are Asian Cup champions in South Korea.
Oh, yeah!
So there you have it. We are Asian Cup champions with South Korea, and it's been an incredible campaign, a great 3 episodes. And if we go and take a look, 7 out of 7 wins. How many goals is it we scored? Can we see here? We can't see there, no, but it is 8, 12, 17, 20, 22, 24, and just the 5 goals conceded. The Golden Boot wrapped up as well for, if we go and take a look, we've gone to the Asian Champions League there, which will be making return in the next episode. It's Hyungu Oh who wins the Golden Boot there. It's going to be Yang who picks up player of the tournament by the looks of it, which makes a lot of sense. He's been absolutely exceptional. Do we have assists? We have Kangin Lee on 4, Yang on 4 there, Ji Hun Lim as well with 3. We had Kangin Lee ending with 5 goals, and Yang, who had an absolutely exceptional tournament with 4 and 4, is it, or something like that, 3 and 4 maybe. If we're going to take a look at his form since it shows international games, it doesn't there, but or is it, if we go to South Korea there, as you can see, it was the friendly there, so 3 goals, 4 assists, and that is an incredible campaign. If you have enjoyed that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave with this little tune. I'll see you again tomorrow for the return of the Asian Champions League. Thank you, bye bye.